Hello everyone, how are you? Hope you all are doing great. Guys, today in this video, we are going to discuss load balancing in Eigrp. So topic for the day is load balancing. Load balancing. And guys, as you know, Eigrp is the only protocol which performs both equal as well as unequal cost load balancing. If I talk about other routing protocol like OSPF, RIP, IGP, BGP, right? So these routing protocol are performing only equal cost load balancing, right? OSPF can never perform unequal cost load balancing, but Eigrp can. Eigrp can perform equal as well as unequal cost load balancing. So today in this video, we will see how router will perform equal and unequal cost load balancing. So, but guys, always keep in mind that the reason that Eigrp is performing equal as well as unequal cost load balancing, that's the reason why many companies using this routing protocol nowadays in their network, right? Nowadays, why many companies using Eigrp? Because of this feature, because Eigrp can perform unequal cost load balancing as well, right? So in this topology, we are going to discuss how R1 will perform load balancing for this network. Network is 10.1.1.0/24, 20.1.1.0/24, 30.1.1.0/24. So I have created 3 network on R4, right? And we will discuss how R1 will perform load balancing for this network. Actually, when I will configure Eigrp on this router, on this 4 router, right? So R1 will receive this prefix from 2 sides, from here and from here, right? From 2 sides. So now I am using same link both sides, right? I am using fast Ethernet link over here, fast Ethernet link over here, fast Ethernet link over here, and fast Ethernet link over here. So definitely R1 will calculate same metric from both sides. Suppose R1 is calculating 100 metric over here, then definitely R1 will calculate 100 metric over here, right? So now cost is equal. So which type of load balancing R1 will perform? That is equal cost load balancing, right? When cost will equal, then router will perform equal cost load balancing. And suppose we have some more router over here. Suppose we have one more router R5, and this router is connected like this. Then definitely R1 will perform equal cost load balancing between R2, R3 and R5. And suppose we have one more router over here, right? So definitely R1 will store 4 paths in their routing table, right? 4 paths in their routing table. So in my scenario, R1 will store 2 paths in their routing table, right? Via R2 and via R3. But guys, what will happen if I will change this link? If I will put serial link over here, right? Or you can say if I will put serial link over here. Okay, so now R1 will calculate different metric from here and here, right? Definitely R1 will calculate least metric from this side via R2. So this path will become successor. And this path will become feasible successor or not. So there is one feasibility condition. If feasibility condition will match, then this path will become feasible successor, right? But my question is, how R1 will perform unequal cost load balancing when I will change this link? If I will put serial link over here, then R1 will receive this prefix from 2 sides, but this time metric is different, cost is different. Suppose here R1 is calculating 100 cost and here R1 is calculating 150 cost. So now cost is different. In that case, if R1 will perform load balancing, so that load balancing is known as unequal cost load balancing. Means still my cost is unequal. then router is performing load balancing. So that load balancing is known as unequal cost load balancing. When cost is equal and router is performing load balancing, that load balancing is known as equal cost load balancing. So first of all, we will discuss how R1 will perform equal cost load balancing. Then I will show you how router 1 will calculate unequal cost load balancing. So first of all, let me show you IP configuration. So between R1 and R2, I am running this network 12.1.1.0/24. So I had configured 12.1 on this interface on fast Ethernet 0/0 and 12.2 on this interface, right? And between router 2 and router 4, I am using network 24.1.1.0. So I had configured 24.1.1.2 over here and 24.1.1.4 over here, right? So let me show you IP configuration first. So IP interface brief exclude unassign, right? You can see on fast Ethernet 0/0 I am running 12.1, on fast Ethernet 0/1 I am running 13.1. let me show you on R4 as well, right? So IP interface brief exclude unassign. You can see on fast Ethernet 0/0 I am running 24.4, on fast Ethernet 0/1 I am running 34.4, and we have 3 loop back, right? So on loop back 1, 10.1.1.0/24 network is running, right? On 2, 20 network, on 3, 30 network. Fine. Now guys, let me configure Eigrp. So I start from R4. So router Eigrp 100, right? Suppose I am using AS 100. After that, network. So I can advertise all interface in Eigrp. Yes, put 0.0.0 command because I want to advertise all active interface in Eigrp. 255.255.255.255 wildcard mask. I can run this command on all the interface because I am not running any other routing protocol on any router, right? So let me enter. Let me copy this command, do so history, and let me put this command on all router, Control C. Okay, now go to R3, configure terminal. Let me run this command. Go to R2, run this command. Go to R1, run this command, right? You can see. Now let me show you the topology table of R1. So IP Eigrp topology. Guys, there is 10 prefix, yes, there is 20 prefix, there is 30 prefix, right? So R1 is getting this prefix, right? R1 is getting this prefix from two side, from via R2 and via R3, right? Let me show you R1, yes. But you can see where is 10 network, here is 10 network. So R1 is getting different metric. So let's just wait. Interface fast Ethernet 0/1. I think I have changed the bandwidth of this link. So no bandwidth 150. So IP Eigrp topology. Now you can see, right? Actually I had changed the bandwidth of this interface earlier, right? So now you can see the cost is equal, right? For 20 network there is 2 successor, right? There is 2 successor. First path is via 12.2 and second path is via 13.3. So 12.2 is this path is 12.2 and this path is 13.3. Okay, so guys, you can see now metric is same. FD, this is FD feasible distance from both sides. This router is calculating same FD, right? And same RD as well. So that's the reason why this router will is performing load balancing, or this router is performing load balancing or not. You can see the routing table of R1. So IP route, yes, there is 2 path for 10 network, there is 2 path for 20 network, there is 2 path for 30 network, right? So definitely R1 is performing load balancing. Let me trace route and 10.1.1.1. You can see. So R1 is performing load balancing, right? Because cost is equal. So which type of load balancing R1 is performing now? Equal cost load balancing, equal cost load balancing. This is equal cost load balancing because cost is equal from both sides. So definitely router will perform equal cost load balancing. So other routing protocol OSPF is also performing equal cost load balancing in the same way, right? But guys, let me change the bandwidth or delay of this interface, right? Of this interface, or we can change of this interface as well, right? So let me show you. Go to interface, fast Ethernet interface ID is, let me show you. Okay, fast Ethernet 0/1, or we can change this interface bandwidth as well, right? So I am going to change the bandwidth of this interface, or we can change delay as well, right? So go to interface, fast Ethernet 0/1. After that, bandwidth. Suppose bandwidth is, I am configuring bandwidth 200 over here. Now definitely R1 will calculate different cost from two side. So IP, Eigrp, topology. So you can see for 20 network, how many path? How many successor? There is only one successor now, right? Earlier for 20 network there are 2 successor, but now there is only one successor, and FD for this successor is 158720. Now this is FD via R2, and this is FD via R3, right? So in the same way for 30 network there is one successor, right? So FD is this one via R2, FD is this one via R3. So now this router is not performing load balancing. So IP route, there is only one path in routing table, right? For 10 network, for 20 network, for 30 network. So always keep in mind, by default Eigrp router will perform only equal cost load balancing, equal cost load balancing. Now my question is, now cost is unequal, right? From here, from this side, actually this from this side, okay. So IP Eigrp topology, let me run this command. So IP Eigrp topology. So from this side, R1 is calculating metric 158720, and from this side R1 is calculating metric 1293320. So now cost is different, right? Cost is unequal, but by default R1 is not performing load balancing. So how R1 will perform load balancing? Guys, we have concept of variance, right? So topic is variance. So what is variance? Guys, variance is a mechanism that provides Eigrp to perform load balancing over unequal cost path, right? So it is a mechanism that Eigrp provides to perform load balancing over unequal cost path. If we have multiple path and cost is unequal, then we can perform load balancing by using this mechanism, that is variance. So you can say variance is a multiplier. Guys, it is a decimal value whose range is 0 to 128. Range is 0 to 128. Actually, variance will multiply by the local best metric, right? So best path is this path is best path, right? So actually R1 will multiply matrix of best path with variance, and by default variance is 1. On every router by default variance is 1, right? So actually R1 will multiply their matrix of best path by variance. So now variance is 1 and matrix is this one, so R1 will multiply by 1. What value I will get? The same value, 158720, right? So that's why you are not able to see any effect, because variance value is 1 by default, right? What happens if I will put variance value 2, right? Then definitely this router will multiply their matrix of best path by 2, and then this router will get some different value, right? Some different value. Then this router will check, and or this router will check that if I have any alternate path, if I have any alternate path for this network whose matrix is lesser than or equal to, the value I am getting over here after multiplying by variance, right? If there is any alternate path whose matrix is lesser than and equal to the value I am getting over here, then I will perform unequal cost load balancing. So by default variance value is 1. Let me show you. By default variance value is 1. So IP protocol, you can see maximum matrix variance is 1. So now if I will put variance value 2, then will this router perform load balancing? So IP root. Right now this router is not performing load balancing. Fine. There is only one path for 10 network. There is only one path for 20 network. There is only one path for 30 network. Let me configure variance value 2. So router Eigrp 100 and variance is 2, right? Is R1 performing load balancing? So IP root. No, still no. So IP Eigrp topology table. No, right? Because if I will multiply by 2 to this matrix, then still this is greater than the value what I am getting by multiplying this number to variance, right? Actually, let me open calculator. Let me make you more clear. Actually, if I will multiply the matrix of best path by variance, right? What value I will get? I will get 158720 multiply by 2, right? Still this value is lesser than this value. This value is lesser than this value. So that's the reason this router is not performing load balancing. So we have to calculate variance value. What variance value we should put so that this value will become equal or lesser than the value I am getting by multiplying my matrix of best path with variance, right? So to calculate that value, you need to divide this value to this value, right? So 129333120 divided by 158720, right? What value I am getting? 81. If I will set variance 82, then this router will perform unequal cost load balancing. Okay, router Eigrp 100 and variance 82. Guys, now you can see. So IP root. You can see R1 is performing load balancing. Yes, there is two paths, but you can see the cost is unequal. Matrix is different. Still R1 is performing load balancing. So this is unequal cost load balancing. unequal cost load balancing. So EIGRP is only protocol which perform equal as well as unequal cost load balancing, right? So you can configure variance value and you can perform unequal cost load balancing in EIGRP if you are using EIGRP in your network. So that's all for today, guys. That's all for today. If you like this video, please hit on like button. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe this channel, and for more video like this, click on bell icon so that whenever I will upload next video, you will get notified. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. That's all for today. Bye bye.